Breaking news real quick, man. Sorry for the upload and the re-upload. I wanted to add this because this is critical to the rest of the season. Lane Johnson out for the rest of the regular season with an abdominal injury, to be determined after the regular season. We got to go out here and we got to win this game against the Saints and get everybody healthy. We got to get this bye. This is critical to the success and the longevity of the season and where the Philadelphia Eagles want to go. So, again, Lane Johnson is out for the regular season. Guys got to step up. Lane Johnson is one of the best right tackles in football. Let's see how this plays out, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let y'all know real quick that this video is brought to you by Print Champs. Get in tune, man. Playoffs about to start. We about to lock this #1 seed up, and Hurts season is about to be back in effect this Sunday when Jalen Hurts most likely takes the field against the Saints. The link to the description, and make sure you get all of your stuff before the new year, will be in this video, the description to this video. For all the links, everything LB, whatever we got going on, you're going to see it right there. So listen, man, we lost 13-2, you know what I mean? Still in first place, still #1 seed in the conference. The Philadelphia Eagles lose a game without Jalen Hurts. And, you know, for some strange reason, everybody want us to feel worse than how we should feel about it. Well, this is Cowboys fans, not everybody else. Listen, man, when your starting quarterback don't play, most likely you're going to lose those games. It is what it is. Now, Gardner Minshew went out there and put out a very, very valiant effort. I mean, he did the best that a backup quarterback could do. You know what I mean? But I told you all that this game would look different from an offensive standpoint. Now, I didn't expect the defense to struggle the way that they did. CeeDee Lamb absolutely torched these guys in the first half of the game. And let's be clear, man, it don't matter where he lined up at. Slot, wherever he lined up at, he did work. Now, we did adjust in the second half. I appreciate the adjustment. You know what I'm saying? We adjusted well in the second half. We went into the second half with the lead. You know what I mean? We had 2 10-point leads in this game. This was a winnable game, but it was the perfect time for Dak Prescott's best game of the season, you know what I mean, to get those guys over the hump. So with some of the main things that look different in this game to me from the offensive standpoint, you know, the Philadelphia Eagles and how they, you know, decided to play the game. Now, you see they threw the ball, Gardner threw the ball 40 times or something like that. That's uncharacteristic to how we play the game. Now, Miles Sanders did get over 20 carries in this game, but without the running ability or the running threat of Jalen Hurts, certain avenues and certain holes just weren't available for Miles Sanders. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts being there, being an additional runner in every formation keeps the defense in an awkward position. You take that piece out that keeps the defense on their toes, and things are automatically going to look different. The Philadelphia Eagles didn't have those methodical 7-play drives that we had in the first meeting. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts had, I want to say, 2 or 3 10-plus play drives that took 7 minutes off the clock and kept Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys on the sideline. That would have been nice to have with Dak Prescott being there and how him and CeeDee Lamb were such in sync. You know, some methodical, slow drives to keep those guys on the sideline. We didn't have that. Those are things that Jalen Hurts brings to the table. And let's talk about red zone scoring. The Philadelphia Eagles are the best. It's the best red zone team in the league, man. On the first drive of the game, AJ double moves Trayvon Diggs. We only get 3 out of that. After the drive, stalling in the end zone and having a kick with Jake Elliott. Those are usually situations that we score points because Jalen Hurts is deadly and lethal in that red zone area. You know what I mean? We lost the game in the red zone. You know what I mean? We lost the game in the red zone. You know what I mean? Gardner Minshew, you know, it's a one-dimensional situation when you have Gardner Minshew in the red zone for the game versus Jalen Hurts in the red zone for the game. You know what I mean? They were not worried about Gardner Minshew taking off with his legs at all. You know what I mean? It just wasn't a threat in their mind. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts gives teams fits when he do that. So we went from being the best red zone team in the league, you know what I mean, to dropping to middle of the pack. You know what I mean? In our game against the Dallas Cowboys this past Christmas Eve. So, you know, the team was different. You know what I mean? The narrative right now that we're being faced with, you know what I mean, is wild. Mainly from Cowboys fans, so it ain't as wild. Is that, you know, It's the team because Gardner Minshew was able to put up a great statistical game against the Dallas Cowboys. Well, when you look at the first meeting versus the game that we just played, Jalen Hurts finished that game with a triple-digit rating. Gardner Minshew finished this game with a rating of 84, I believe. Now, Jalen Hurts won, Gardner Minshew lost. This was not the same defense that the Dallas Cowboys presented in the early half of the season, week 6. This defense can be got by anybody. The last 3 games, they allowed 97 points. That's 32 points a game. Everybody is doing what they want to the Dallas Cowboys defense. So I know with the weapons that we have in Gardner Minshew, he was also going to be able to have a great game passing through the air on these guys. I mean, it is what it is. It happens. It happens. The turnovers are really what killed us, man. The turnovers are really what killed us, man. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of debate on, you know, Quez Watkins and his performance in his game. Listen, man, you got to put some of the blame on Quez Watkins because the ball was there for him to grab if he wanted the ball. But at the same time, it wasn't a perfect pass. You know what I mean? I give Bland a lot of credit on that interception that he got because, you know, he really read Quez Watkins on what I thought which was a poor route by Quez Watkins on that particular play. I think Quez Watkins kind of rounded off his route at the top. I don't know if that route calls for that, but he basically let Bland know exactly where he was going. And Bland was able to be, you know, intelligent enough as a rookie to jump that and fight for that ball and take that away. Quez Watkins did not fight for that ball and force an incomplete pass or a complete pass. So, you know, there is one guy, though. There is one guy that I feel like is getting a lot of, you know, a lot of unwarranted, you know what I mean, pressure from the fan base after, you know what I mean, the loss. And it's Slay. It's Slay. I feel like, from what I know from what cover 2 to be in the trail technique, on that 3rd and 30, I kind of feel like Darius Slay was doing his job. He's in the trail technique, and he's keeping everything to the outside. You know what I mean? His back is facing the wide receiver, making sure the middle of the field isn't attacked and making sure that he can break on the ball if that is the case. Now, when you're expecting that umbrella coverage over the top, you're expecting your safety to help you over the top, which is why you play trail. You play trail because you're not in a true man-to-man. So it's kind of misleading. I mean, Deion Sanders actually spoke about this with Shannon Sharp, you know, talking about, you know, on film, how it looks like you're getting beat versus you actually being beat because of the style of defense that you're called to play by your defensive coordinator. So, you know, 3rd and 30 is unacceptable. It shouldn't happen at all. Everybody on the field got to take, you know, you got to take accountability for that. But the facts of the matter is this. The New Orleans Saints are coming to Philadelphia, and we can put on these shirts at home. We would like to have put on the division shirts and secure the #1 seed on the road in Dallas on Christmas Eve. That would have been a great Christmas present, but the present's still going to come to us no matter. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, the gift is still going to be presented to Philadelphia Eagles. You cannot stop what's already been built. You can't stop what's already been built. You know what I mean? We are going to have the #1 seed. We are going to bounce back from this. We are going to win the NFC East this year. You know what I mean? I'm thankful that we're going to win the NFC East when it's at its absolute peak. The NFC East has never been this strong in terms of winning records, and we're going to win it at its absolute best. How many other teams in the division can say that? Not a one. So you really can't be mad about what's going on. The Saints did win last week. We got to go out here and squash these guys by halftime, in my opinion. We cannot make this competitive. We got to go out there and do our job. I'm hearing Lane Johnson is okay. Maddox, I hope he plays a little turf toe, tape it up, put some mole skin on it, do whatever you got to do to get Maddox back on the field, because I believe that was the tipping point in the game. I believe that CeeDee Lamb and those guys attacked the slot when Maddox went out, and that's just smart coaching. That's knowing your opponent. That's attacking your opponent's weaknesses, so you can never be mad at that. The Philadelphia Eagles will be the #1 seed. We will take care of business. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. That's coming up to everybody, man. We're not going to cry over spilled milk. We don't do that here. We're going to take our lumps on the chin. It is what it is. And we're going to see the Saints on Sunday. More videos coming this week. Go talk all of that stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.